So how does someone come to accept the fact that God is three persons but one God, which obviously is a fact that supersedes human logic? Well, I think the easiest way to describe it is that this is something that is accepted by faith, not by reason, which really, you have to ask the question, at what point in my Christian faith do I want to start subjecting it to human reason in order to make it palatable to me? Do I want to do that with the concept that God is eternal, without beginning and without end? Do I want to do that with the virgin birth? Do I want to do that with the dual natures of Christ, that he's true God and true man? Do I want to do that, any other possible place either? There's so many concepts in the Christian faith that have to be accepted by faith. Within Christian doctrine, I should say, it have to be accepted by faith because it goes beyond human logic. And that's okay. We would expect the things of God and the nature of God to be something that goes far beyond that which we can fully grasp. These are what we call spiritually discerned things. In 1 Corinthians chapter 2, the Apostle Paul writes about how the man who doesn't have the Spirit, the person without faith, does not accept the truths of faith because these are spiritually discerned things. I wouldn't expect an unbeliever to intellectually grasp that the fact that God is three in one, that he's triune. The Trinity, by the way, is not a word that's used in the Bible. It's just a man-made word to describe a truth that we find in the Bible. I wouldn't expect an unbeliever to fully grasp that. A Christian can't fully grasp that. They accept it because it's true, but that doesn't mean that they can intellectually understand it or even fully adequately explain it. The thing is, we do this all the time in our lives, just that we just accept things as true even though we can't fully explain how they operate. When I walk into a room and walk into my office every day, I flip on the light switch, and I couldn't begin to tell you how electricity works. In fact, while I'm not the best at science, even Albert Einstein, I believe it was, once said himself that or maybe it was Thomas Edison, either one, at one point in time said, I hope that by the time I die, I'm able to understand electricity a little better. So you're talking about guys that are the furthest, most sophisticated scientific thinkers who are saying that this thing that we use in science all the time, they don't really fully grasp, and yet we benefit from it. When I walk into my office, I flip on the light switch, and I assume that every day there's going to be electricity coursing through that light that'll help me see what I'm doing. Even though I can't explain it fully, it doesn't mean that I can't believe that it's true and practically benefit from it. And that's the idea with the triune God. Even though I can't fully intellectually explain it or grasp him in that regard, it doesn't mean that I don't benefit from him as my creator, my redeemer, and the one who sets me apart and makes me holy, my sanctifier. So that is something that we can only really truly accept by faith.